Hi and welcome to this fourth video in this 5-part series. I hope you're well and enjoying your practice. So just as a quick recap, in the first 3 videos I spoke about gripping the golf club, setting up to the golf ball, the back swing, so that's body movement and arm movement, and then what I call the through swing. So you should now have pieced this all together. But what I wanted to do now is just break this back down a little bit again into what I call a half swing, a 3/4 swing, and then through to a full swing, so that we can work on, dare we say, pitching, 3/4 shots, and then full swings. But not all shots in golf are full shots, as we all know. So what I want to do now is just piece this together in a little half swing. So half swing is literally hip height to hip height. The 3/4 swing is when if you think of your lead arm and the club is roughly at a 90-degree angle. Remember, we're not trying to keep things straight, but it's roughly at a 90-degree angle in the back swing and in the follow through. So we're going to have a little 3/4 swing, and then we'll go to a full swing. Now, in my experience, and I've taught a lot of golfers over the years, but one thing that I know is really actually quite difficult is a true half swing. It's difficult to time for a lot of people, and they just want to try and hit the ball instead of make a really good movement. So let's say we've set up to the golf ball correctly. We've done all the good things. A true half swing is just a simple turning of the body to about until the club gets to about hip height. And if we're watching this from here, what we should see at this point is the shaft of the golf club is roughly running through the toe line. Ideally, we don't want it to get too far behind your body or too far in front of your body. So as we've turned to hip height, the shaft of the golf club is running through your ball to target line, parallel to it. Okay, so once we've got this bit right, then it's just a simple matter of turning in the other direction. And because we haven't had to involve too much forearm and wrist movement from here, it's so simple now to just turn in the other direction and allow the ball to get in the way of the motion. So we're into good posture, halfway back, halfway through. If you're weight transferring really well, the bottom of your golf swing is going to be fractionally in front of the golf ball, which is where we want it. We'll make good contact with the golf ball, and that's going to send it towards our desired target. So if I just hit a little shot now, just a simple half swing, just back and through. Now hopefully what you can see from here, my arms are nice and long, my club's fully extended, but I haven't stretched for it. I haven't got my elbows separating from here, which we see an awful lot of people trying to help the golf ball up in the air. It really is as simple as just turning the body, and that's going to move the arms and club very, very naturally. So there's the half swing. What we'll do now is just make that go into a 3/4 swing. So just showing you a 3/4 swing from the side angle first. So we're into that good posture, we've turned to here, and then all it is a simple wrist cock. So as I do this from the side, I've turned to hip height, and now I can just cock the wrist. So what will happen from there, as you're cocking the wrist, the arm will now become roughly parallel to the ground from here. We're not putting the club in any awkward positions, we're just moving, setting the wrist in the backswing, and now what we want to do is replicate that on the way through. So as we turn the body through impact from here, we release the club head so it comes back to square. We don't need to try and lean that shaft too far forward as many people try and teach us to do. From here, let it swing all the way through. So this is almost a mirror image of this position here. Now, very easy to move your body if you're releasing the club really well. So what we haven't got to do from here, if we've set this backswing correct, don't want to hold on to it too much, because if you do that, you'll lead with the corner of the golf club and you could start shanking it or certainly hitting the ball way offline. So there is a natural release. So there's a cocking of the wrists in the backswing, there's a release, and then a re-cock here in the follow through. So that's what we're looking for. But hopefully you can see from here where I'm facing in this direction. should see quite a straight, you know, I'm a right-handed golfer, a straight left side of my body. My weight's forward, I'm in balance, I'm facing target. I've not separated the elbows too much here, which you see an awful lot of golfers do. Then it becomes a bit of a flick at the golf ball, not really a solid strike through to this position here. So again, we don't have to keep your head down. If you kept the head down too much, that club's going to go, in my case, left of my target. It's going to start pulling it offline. As we release it, everything's just moving to target, and hopefully from here you can see where I'm facing now and where my eyes are. I'm not stuck down here and in this position. You see how my elbows are now just reacting to my body stopping. This is that awkward chicken wing position that we see far too often. If we're doing it correctly, my arms are still in a similar position as they were when they started. So if I just bring this from here, I could bring this back down to set up, and I look very similar to how I did when I addressed the golf ball. So if it looks a bit this way, incorrect. If it looks that way, definitely not correct. So just let it go into this simple 3/4 position. And again, if you could do a 3/4 swing, the next bit's going to be so much easier, because it's just a simple wrist movement, slight arm movement that's just going to get you to the top of the backswing. So it's really important to practice a half swing. It's something that very, very few golfers actually do. But if you can do a half swing, you can do a 3/4. If you do a 3/4, you can definitely do a full swing. But if you piece it together the right way, it's going to make a massive difference. So let's just show you now with a full swing. So full swing, we've got, there's your 3/4. Just to get it to the top, the feeling I love golfers to achieve is your thumb now goes under the golf club. It's as simple as that. So this is a 3/4, now it just goes underneath. There's a little shoulder turn, there's definitely a completion of a weight transfer, but now your thumb's more under the golf club. From here, it's very easy then to create some energy in the shaft and really move your golf club in an efficient way that's going to send that golf ball quite nice distances. So we're into 3/4, and now the thumb just goes underneath. See how simple that move was just to complete the backswing. So let's say we're here now in the follow through. There's your 3/4 follow through. Just let it fold over. So I'm not having to do loads more with my body, because you've worked on the good half swing, a good 3/4 swing, and then it's just completion of that. So again, I feel really comfortable here. I feel very at ease. I'm definitely in balance when I've hit the shots, and dare we say, we're able to admire them until they land. I just watched a very short video of Tiger Woods giving his son Charlie 2 pieces of advice, which I absolutely agree with. First piece of advice was, doesn't matter what club you've got, make sure you hit it in the middle. Definitely centre strikes are so much better than off centre strikes, so work on finding the middle of your golf club. I love that one. And the second thing was that Earl Woods taught Tiger was to hold his finish until the ball lands, and he's got Charlie doing that, and I love that, because you can't falsify the finish. You're either moving really well and you're in a balanced position, or you're not. It tells us an awful lot. It tells us where our weight is, where we're facing, where the shot generally is going to go. So hold your finish, super, super important. So now we're starting to piece the whole swing together. So what I'll do in the next one is I'll just kind of cement everything, make sure that you fully understand all the simple bits to do, and then it's important that you get out there, practice it. Don't need to hit golf balls, remember, you can do this at home. You only have to get a short golf club. You might want to get a junior golf club, somewhere that you can swing inside, but if you can work on good body movements, good arm movements, it's definitely going to be a fast track to improving your golf game. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one.